In the unlikely event that you haven't heard, the animated movie Frozen 2 is out this weekend. The new story of sister princesses Elsa and Anna, with Olaf and Kristoff at their side, is the highly anticipated sequel to the original Frozen movie, which became a sensation 6 years ago, grossing nearly $1.3 billion, then a record for an animated film. The movie won 2 Oscars. It spawned a Broadway musical and had the world singing Let It Go. Kristen Bell returns as the voice of Anna in the same week when the 39-year-old actress received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Kristen and I got together here in New York for a Sunday Sit-Down to talk about Frozen and the ride she's been on to earn that star.
Do you know how many times I'm here on Earth? 1 time. I get 1 trip, and I would like it to be as lively and as happy as possible.
I'd say you're succeeding at that so far. At least from the outside, looks like you are.
I mean, I don't think I have a bad score.
Kristen Bell undeniably is making the most of her trip. The latest stop on the ride is a return visit to the animated world of Frozen.
You are...
I'm Anna.
So how are you feeling going into this next chapter of the story?
I actually don't feel any pressure because I'm just a firm believer that if you bake a cake on Monday and you use the same ingredients on Tuesday, chances are it's going to taste great.
The original Frozen cake was baked in 2013 and quickly became a global phenomenon, making more than $1 billion at the box office.
I won't let anything happen to her.
Belle plays Anna, a princess who is not traditionally princessy.
Really? I wanted to play a princess that didn't have good posture. You know, I wanted to play one that talked too fast and too much, and her mouth came online before her brain caught up. So, like, when I asked if I could infuse that into the character, and they were immediately like, yes, what else do you have? That would be great. And then I remember the line where we found her was when Hans falls onto Anna in the boat. This is awkward. You're not awkward. I'm awkward. You're gorgeous. Wait, what? Which was an improv I had said in the room. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, that's her.
Right.
That's exactly who she is.
Belle found her own voice growing up in suburban Detroit. Her mother was a nurse, her father a news director. In hindsight, she may have been destined for voiceover work.
When I was 10, I think, I talked to myself a lot. I talked to myself. Yeah, I would make like audio recordings, do little talk shows, just have conversations.
Well, it sounds like you channeled all that into the right place, right? By finding acting, by finding theater.
The theater loves weirdos. Yeah. They love them. I was like, oh, that's the feeling I've been waiting for.
After high school, she moved to New York City, where she attended NYU. 3 years and a few credits shy of graduating, she landed a role on Broadway in a production of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
My parents weren't thrilled.
They weren't.
But I was like, listen, I'm not training to be a doctor. I don't have to have a license to do this. Right. I actually have a job. I'm going to leave school. And they were like, just maybe you should. And they gave me some grief, but then they ultimately supported me, and that's why I'm here.
After moving to Los Angeles, Belle earned the lead in the TV series that put her on the map, playing an anti-establishment student moonlighting as a private investigator in Veronica Mars.
I think I fell into Veronica Mars and realized that I could tell a sassy joke when I had no idea that I could.
The original series ran for 3 seasons and maintains a cult following to this day.
Stop it.
Belle currently stars in the NBC hit The Good Place, now in its 4th and final season.
Holy mother-forking shirt balls.
It's got to be a crazy thing to walk away from something that's like at the top of its game. That just doesn't happen in TV.
It was hard for all of us because we're really close. And truly, I mean, Ted Danson is one of my best friends. And it was so fun to come to work with him every day. And I'll forever miss it.
Belle's breakout film role came in 2008 with Forgetting Sarah Marshall. The producer of that movie introduced her at a dinner party to a fellow actor named Dax Shepard.
Do you remember initial impressions
100%.
of Dax? You do?
Mm-hmm. I was like, this guy can talk. And then I didn't know who he was. I'm like, maybe is that one of the guys from Jackass or something?
In 2009, the pair filmed the romantic comedy When in Rome and were engaged soon after. They postponed their wedding, though, until 2013, when same-sex marriage became legal in the state of California.
So you, as any classic romantic would, you proposed to him on Twitter?
I did, yeah.
And then you went down to the courthouse for like $140 or something like
Hell
that.
yeah, that's including the set list that he played on the way to the courthouse. It's including the iTunes bill.
Bell and Shepard have opened nearly every detail of their marriage to the public, but they've been vigilant about protecting the privacy of their daughters, 6-year-old Lincoln and 4-year-old Delta.
We didn't want people to think that this idea of like relationships goals was easy. So we started talking about mistakes we've made and problems we've had and how we go to therapy and when we fight and how often we fight, which is a lot. And then we just started feeling better about ourselves.
The last few years, you've been really open about anxiety and depression and things you struggle with that so many people in this world suffer with. And I think they think there's some shame in it, or it's
everybody
they don't want to tell other
some shame
people.
in
But
it.
like if they see Kristen Bell, who projects, even sitting right here, she's happy,
I know.
she's smart, she's
I'm
bubbly.
Like, bubbles, glitter. No, it's not always that way. I am someone who takes a medication for her anxiety and depression. I am someone who has to check myself, and sometimes if I'm feeling really low, make a checklist of good and bad things in my life to see if it's my mental state or if, like, we really have a problem. And me talking about that actually came from, I hate to give him credit for everything. It's so annoying that he's so right about everything. It really is.
You just admitted that on camera,
I
too.
know.
Yeah.
And he was like, why don't you talk about your anxiety and depression? And I had never thought about that before. And I immediately felt incredibly irresponsible.
This week, Bell received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Even in that big moment, she could not contain her irreverence.
This star will really only know its true value when inevitably someone is mugged in that very spot, and as they clutch their purse, the assailant screams, "Let it go!" And the victim will look up and say, "That's not even her song, you son of a b***." Only then will I know that I've truly made it.
A star on the Walk of Fame still may not be enough, though, to convince Bell's kids that Mom is cool.
There are two things I love to say to my kids. Number one, I love to say, do you know all your teeth are going to fall out?
That's terrifying.
I know, but isn't it a funny thing to say?
It is.
And then I also tell them, I am so cool, you don't get it. You're having a problem understanding how cool I am.
Right.
And they don't get it. They don't think I'm cool at all.
In my experience, when you have to argue that you're cool, you're probably losing the argument. Do you know what I mean?
Touche. Touche.
Frozen 2 is in theaters right now, and the final season of The Good Place airs Thursday nights here on NBC. Our big thanks to Tavern on the Green here in New York for hosting our conversation. By the way, Kristen also is the executive producer of a new Disney Plus show called Encore, where she reunites the cast of real-life old high school theater performances to put on the show one more time. To hear Kristen talk about joining the upcoming reboot of Gossip Girl, she's busy. Check out our web extras at today.com/Sunday. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the entire unedited interview with Kristen Bell. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.